Welcome to November tour. As you can see, not much to show you. The wildlife corner is looking a bit old now. So this is my comfrey, dying back. Leaves are going yellow. These are self-seeded Ceranth and it's flowering. So these just popped up by themselves. I'm not sure if I will keep them or take them out, maybe repot them somewhere. I don't think they will survive the winter here because it will get frosty and I think they will die, but for now that's not my problem. And my other plants are still doing okay as well. Things are dying back, but that is normal. And this is still project in the making, the pond for next year. It's something we are definitely going to do either this one in this coming winter or early next spring. These were the sweet peppers and eggplant beds this season, but now they're empty and they're covered in plastic. These plastic is old compost bags that I just cut up to spread over, so that's something that is like a good reuse. Oh, what is this? I think this is maybe a vole hole, which is terrible, disgusting. Oh, let me just try and cover that. It's not going to stop the voles from digging, but okay, that's a vole hole. So yeah, these 3 beds are just covered now completely. And also this is the tomato bed that is also empty except for these Rebecchias that are holding on and still giving purple colour. Egyptian walking onions, feverfews, and these are the parsnips and they're floppy, so I think we can already pull them out. I'm curious. Maybe I'll pull one out. We'll see. The bed next door is empty, and this these are my Chinese cabbages, but I don't know if I can eat them because they're so ravaged by holes and caterpillars. I'm not sure how I feel about eating something like that. I don't like caterpillars, but I do know that there is a huge, very big radish. And these are cabbages that are cabbaging up, if you can see that. This area we need to put a layer of cardboard down again, just to cover it over the winter. This is either a vole hole or a mouse hole or a rat hole. I'm not too sure. We definitely need to cover that up too. And this area is still quite neat. There are a few weeds and stuff, but that's easy enough to pull out. So we got to keep on top of that during the winter to make sure it is clean. Underneath the plum tree is a bit of a mess. Lots of animals have dug up this area, so the wood chips have gone over and you can't see the edge anymore. So that's a job that I need to do, to clean up this under the plum tree area. And the greenhouse is empty mostly. I still have some coffee sacks from earlier this year. The shelf is back up, but everything else is quite empty. This is a mess that I needed to clean up. Current temperature is 10 degrees. The low is 3.5, so it hasn't gone freezing in here yet. And these I kept because I need to save the seeds. This is a fish pepper and I want to save the seeds for them, so I will get a few of those and save the seeds. And I think this is a Spanish pepper here, but everything else, yeah, it's a bit empty. It looks a bit gross. Ideally I would like to clean and like hose off the greenhouse, but I don't know whether or not just to wait for winter to be over to do that. The grape is dying off now. Once all the leaves are off, I am going to try and prune it because it really is in need of a prune. It is a bit everywhere and I want to train it a bit more up on here. Same with the white grape, which is a bit of a mess. These are my calets. If you can see, they grow little calets in the elbow of the joint there. Instead of like a Brussels sprout form, it's like a little calet, little flower kind of thing. So haven't grown these before, but they are getting very big and floppy, so needs a bit more staking. Yeah, it's a bit messy, this bed, but should be fine. This was the strawberry bed that we ended up removing because it was too diseased. So now it's just a blank slate again. I've got to buy new strawberry plants for next season. And these are some brassicas. So this is, I believe this is perpetual spinach. That is perpetual spinach, and this is, I don't know if you can see, no, you cannot see it, but there's like a form of really big tatsoi. I'm gonna pull that out today, eat it tonight. And we have a few other things as well in there. Don't want to take off the netting, it's a bit wet. I still have some strawberries left. They're not as diseased as the other ones were. I do have spots, but I'm hoping they'll pull through. To clean up that. There is one, I think it was a cauliflower or something here. I just left it. The rest is covered. This one is also covered. And this last week, oh, that better not be a hole. No, it's something just dug into it. I planted about 40 garlic bulbs. Toes? I don't know how to say. The little garlic things in here. And I covered it up with straw. And there's one little lone sage plant. These were my flower beds. So these were dahlias, and this whole thing was dahlias. I left the dahlias in the ground because I didn't want to dig them out. I don't have a lot of time this year or space, so I decided to cover them. So first I took everything off. I covered it with a coffee sack, and then I put black plastic over it, and then I put wood chips on top to hopefully keep out the rain, so they shouldn't rot in place. They shouldn't technically. Hopefully it's just an experiment to see if it works, because it would just save me a lot of time in the spring. So really curious to see if they all come back up next year. You can see animals are digging little holes in here, but they will just hit plastic, so it should keep this area neat. My plum tree, my mini one, is, I guess it's hibernating already, and this area still needs to be cleaned up. But that's most of the what's left to do, because most of the other part of the garden is pretty much prepared for the winter. There's not much to do for these beds anymore. These are all done, thankfully, so it's going to be a lazy winter, which I don't mind. It's nice to have a break after a busy season. And that was a mini tour around Ce Tuin in November. Thanks for watching, bye!